What's up, my people? It is Wednesday night, 9 o'clock, which means we're bringing you what to expect. We got Mississippi State, one of the more funky football teams you'll ever see in the SEC. Obviously, Mike Leach, the Pirate, whatever people call him, not just doing weird things offensively, he's doing it defensively too. Very, very rarely. I can't remember the last time I saw a 3-3 stack base defense in the SEC. Hasn't really happened in quite a while. So, this is a football team that honestly, despite what their record says, you might prefer an extra week to prepare for this football team. I think Kirby Smart today, or the other day, compared it to playing a triple option football team because this is something you never see. Some of these offensive principles that we're going to show you at the end of today's show or whatnot, they're a little more common. Drags, deep overs, posts, running 10 personnel, playing fast, throwing the ball. I mean, that's done to an extent in the SEC. These dudes do it on steroids. They do it on cocaine. They do it on speed, whatever you want to call it. They do it to the 10th degree. They are maximizing everything weird about the spread offense and doing it to the maximum. So, just a couple of things about their defense. Defensively, man, I already told you they're a 3-3 stack team, a base 3-3 stack team. They'll do some 4 down fronts type stuff. If you bring a tight end into the formation, which Georgia does a lot, so you'll see 4 down just a little bit from them. A heavy slant football team. They're going to slant a ton. It's got its pros and its cons as a defensive coordinator. It's something you definitely, again, have to prepare for as an offensive staff and as an offensive unit. So those are 2 things to look out for. The odd front, that 3-3 stack, real funky, changes up some of the rules in terms of pass protection and run blocking. We're going to show you some of that tonight. And the slants and the games that they run constantly are going to make things just a little bit different as well for the offense. They like to blitz a lot. I mean, a lot. For a team that doesn't really have premier corners and defensive backs, they leave those guys in man-to-man coverage quite often. And I think their safeties in that back end of this defense are a major liability. Now, offensively, I already told you, they're a 10 personnel football team. It's 1 back, 4 wide receivers. The tight end position, throw it out. If you're a tight end on Mississippi State's roster, I'm gonna go and tell you now, brother, you might as well hit that portal if you ain't already. Just like the rest of them. There's a question as to whether or not this game's gonna get played Saturday. Ain't really due to COVID. It might be contact tracing, whatever. Most of it's due to the fact that I think they've had more opt-outs than anybody in the SEC. They just had one today. And when we show you this tape here in a second, ain't gonna be no questions about who it is that opted out. Dude was loafing. I mean, absolutely loafing. Some of the worst effort I've seen in the SEC. Offensively, again, 10 personnel. They're going to spread it out. They're going to chunk it. They're going to throw it all across the yard. They are going to drag route you to death. They're going to make you play man coverage, and they're going to beat you across the field, or they're going to try to beat you across the field running horizontally. That's all they're trying to do. Mike Leach has been doing it since his days at Kentucky. His system is based off drag routes, wheel routes, slants, and hitches. That is it. He might take some deep shots, but this is a run after the catch type of offense. They're trying to get you confused, trying to make you communicate. They're trying to play fast and out scheme you, not out athlete you, even though I think they do have some, elite speed at the wide receiver position. So without further ado, let's grind the tape. Here we go. All right, so we're going to watch the defense first. And I was asked to do a little bit on the defense, a little bit on the offense. So, you know what? The people asked, so Brooks gives it to him. I shouldn't speak in third person. It's kind of douchey. The people asked, so I'll give it to you. All right, so we're going to start with the defense because this is stuff I know that I own, and YouTube's not going to shut me down. And then at the end, we're going to show you some offensive clips from their best game of the season against LSU, their first game of the season. They've since gone downhill from there. So here's the deal. Right off the jump, 1st and 10, Alabama. You guys know Sark. He's trying to do a whole bunch of funky stuff, trying to confuse you just to run the standard stuff that he always runs. Now, the problem with slanting is this right here. Let me get straight to the tight. All right. And we're going to be watching the tight a lot tonight. But first of all, Kirby Smart said in his, press conference this week, and guys, when he's talking about the opponent, some of the stuff is coach speak, some of the stuff isn't. When he talks about how big and physical they are, they're big. I don't know how physical they are, but they are big. Let me run it through right here. 42, this defensive end. 6'4", 300-pound senior. Number 2 right here, a linebacker, also plays down on the line of scrimmage quite a bit when they go 4 down front. This is the guy that walks up. He's 6'2", 260 pounds. Number 94 right there. He is 6'5", 300 pounds. Number 52 on this backside over here. He is 6'4", 260 pounds. And number 40, their leading tackler, is 6'1", 240 pounds. So they average about, in their front 5, in their front 6, they average about 280 pounds. Okay. They are big Mississippi fed boys. All right. If these guys ain't from Mississippi, if they ain't from East Texas, if they ain't from West Alabama, they from a JUCO school. So they've been getting fed and fed well for quite some time now. But here's the deal. Here's the problem with these slants. When you slant like this, you're bound to have something like this every once in a while. This isn't really it's a slant, but it's a game stunt. They're trying to take number 94 and spike him to the right into C gap and wrap 52 into B gap. The only problem is the dummies collide with each other. So now look what we got. We got this massive hole, and guess what? Najee Harris ain't missing that. Najee Harris is going to be an NFL football player for a reason. He ain't missing that daggum hole. By God, high school running backs ought to hit that hole. It's impossible to miss that one. Now, I shouldn't say that. Trent Richardson might have missed that one back in the day. But y'all get it. When you slant like this, you're going to have problems having gap sound defenses. And even on the front side, I think 40 is, he's their leading tackler. But I'm going to tell you right now, based off what I see in this, full game against Alabama that I watched, this ain't it, Chief. You're going to have to have some better linebacker play than this to come up into Athens and think you're going to stop the run. So gap control, not there. We're going to show you that all night long. It's going to get ugly, ugly, ugly for Mississippi State in this football game in terms of run gaps and fitting your schemes. 251 is where we're headed next. Hope you guys are doing well. It's a fine Wednesday evening. Number 19 is Grabby. This dude right here, he is a safety, but this is what I'm talking about. They don't care. They don't care if you're Alabama, or at least this defense coordinator don't care. It is 2nd and 10 right here. All right. And what's he going to do? He's going to bring the house. He is going to bring the house. He is going to bring corner blitz. Look at the safety stacked over the top, or one safety over the middle of the field. And he's going to play cover 1 behind it. He don't care. If he gets torched, he don't care. He's trying to get after the quarterback. He knows that they can't live a sustained life on the field in terms of letting teams drive 12, 13 plays down the field, because guess what? They're going to do it. They play a very risk-averse defense. They are trying to create havoc, create turnovers, and if it causes big plays or holding calls like this, then they're going to do it. I'm telling you right now, I would never in my life trust this safety, or any of these safeties, really. They're pretty bad. Any of these safeties to sit here one-on-one with Devontae Smith 9 yards off the ball standing on their heels. It is bad news. It is not a good idea and a good game plan to sit in here and try to do this stuff, because guess what? He's going to hold. He's going to hold every single time. Flags flying everywhere. All right. 359. Guys, I'm not going to try to hold you too long tonight. We're going to be in and out and watch as much as we possibly can. 1st and 10. How about this? 1st and 10 in the pistol formation for Alabama. They're going to motion to a standard single set. Now, they're going to run. They're going to throw the ball. But here's my thing about what Mississippi State's doing. 1st and 10, they're in what most people, Georgia will get into this type of front on 3rd and 16. Georgia ain't never getting in this front. No defense in the SEC is getting into this front on 1st down, except for Mississippi State. It don't make no sense. I don't know why. I don't know why they do it, but, it is what it is. I think they're really, really poor in terms of athletes in the front 7. They got big bodies, but none of them have explosive twitch whatsoever. They have a really, really hard time getting after the passer when they're just rushing 4. Now, they have 14 sacks on the year, but it's because they like to sit in the house. Sit in the house quite a bit. But all day long, I'm going to tell you right now, if Georgia's offensive line is not practicing all week to keep their eyes right, it might be a long day, because look at all this. Got 2 guys spiking in. We're going to wrap the linebacker all the way back around. It can get a little hairy if you're not prepared for what you're about to see from this football team. 459. Check the situation. What was the situation? I think it's short yardage. Nope, 1st and 10. Got 1st and 10. All right, this is what I'm saying. For a senior linebacker in the SEC, a senior linebacker, number 40, and I hope you're watching right now. Actually, I hope you don't, because you'll probably whoop my rear end in real life. Just because I'm soft nowadays. I ain't got that edge like I used to playing ball. But check it out. This ain't the edge either. Watch this. Let's put it in slow mo for you. Let's put it in slow mo. Here we go. So now, if you want to play linebacker in the SEC, you best attack blockers. I'm telling you right now, you best come downhill, put your hands on people, and shed blocks. What you best not do is do this crap right here and try to wrong arm and spill when that guy's clearly approaching you, and nobody's in your backside gap. Your gap is B gap right here, 40. Your gap is this gap, this bubble that this team is leaving for you schematically. That is yours. So what are you doing? Running what appears to be running away from a blocker and trying to dip up underneath this block and leaving a massive hole for Najee Harris to run through. What is that? What linebacker coach has ever taught that? If they're teaching that in Mississippi State, which they're not, because check it out. 3's over here fully engaged. He ain't worried about getting that smoke. 3's over here running his headboard through the chest of the opponent. I don't know what 40's doing, but that ain't it. I really do believe that if Georgia's had a real problem being explosive all year, consistently explosive. Now, I know they had the 75-yard touchdown run to open the game, but that was about it against Florida a couple weeks back. This might be the one. This might really be the one because of stuff like this. Because all this slanting that they do, all this, bad linebacker play, for lack of a better term, and all these massive holes and these safeties that can't really tackle. Now, we showed you, whoops, I hit the wrong button. We showed you a linebacker that wasn't attacking the hole correctly. Now let's show you one that is. Watch 6 right here. Pretty sure this is the play. Watch 6. And wham. That's how you spill. That's how you spill. That's how you attack blockers. Look, he set the edge, blew it up in the hole. Actually didn't really set the edge because the edge is out here getting set. They're running what appears to be power right now. Just pull, but no, is that counter? Yep, backside guard, pulling and kicking. Backside tight end, or sniffer, as we like to call him here on this channel, inserting for the Mike linebacker. Now, problem is, again, what is 40 doing? 40 just pancake blocked himself. Watch 40. I don't know what that is, but thank God 6 set the edge like a bandit, because we closed the hole off. That's how you do it right there. That's a ball player. That's a guy trying to win. I'm going to show you some guys later on in this film session that, I don't know, ain't really trying to win a football game in the SEC right now. $618. Here would be my primary concern if I'm this defensive coordinator. They have not, and I mean not, all throughout the year, shown an ability to get after the passer with 4. Watch this. They're going to rush 4. And again, 2 is the rusher. If he's walked up, he's coming. I'm telling you that right now. They're not going to drop him. All right. All the stunts, all the games in the world, that's fine. Mac Jones has all daggum day to sit back there and throw this 50-yard incompletion. I mean, all day. He ain't never going to get touched. Never. Never, ever, ever will he get touched back there. Because they weren't bringing pressure. They were just bringing their 4. And if you can't get pressure with 4, you're going to be in trouble. You're going to force everybody to play man-to-man behind you, and you're going to get cooked. Going to 646. Now, hey, when slants work, they're a work of art. I mean, they're beautiful. When slants work, they really are. They're absolutely beautiful. They just blow everything up. Look, they're trying to back block. They're running power again, or excuse me, they're running counter again right here, pulling the backside guard, wrapping the tight end or the sniffer as we call him. But this slant completely jacks Hunter Forrestall up. I think it's Hunter. They jacks Forrestall up, number 87 right there. So he can't get around to the Mike linebacker who's right there and ends up falling in and making this play. So what would happen typically if Forrestall can get around, he's going to insert on 50. The edge is set by 2. So there is going to be a crease eventually, but we got a free defender running free, a defender running free because the slant right here blew up the wrapper. That'll happen every once in a while. I'm saying it's basically a boom or bust defense. 734. All right, again, look, check it out. First down and 10. Ball in the 39-yard line. What? Why? Why are they slanting all over the place? Why are they running game stunts? Why are they doing all this stuff? It's first and 10. Line up and play football. What you're going to end up doing is you're just going to create massive holes because you're not gap sound. You're not good at it. I'm fine. Look, I'm fine with slants. If you want to slant guys right, slant guys left, send a backer right, send a backer left to fill the hole that you're leaving, I'm fine with that. But there is no reason in God's green earth to twist defensive linemen like they're doing right now. There's no reason. It makes no sense because all you're doing for a good offensive line, watch this. So they're going to spike all these guys, spike them all. And then I believe they're going to wrap the defensive end. Let's double check and make sure. Okay. They're going to slant everybody this way. Matter of fact, they're going to wrap 22 and slant 50 or 42 this way, spike 52 into A gap, and let 2 sit there and try to set the edge by himself. Now watch what Bama does. So Bama right now coming to the line of scrimmage, they think they've got a 3-over-3 surface. They've got 1, 2, 3 versus 1, 2, and 3. 3-over-3 surface. This backside combo from this guard and this center is working through this zero technique to the backside inside linebacker. So if they walk to the line of scrimmage, they're going to call this the point, right? 14, Mike 14, Mike 14. And they're going to turn around and say, the center's going to look at the guard and say, all right, we're working a 40. We're working a 40. Now watch what happens post-snap. Post-snap, okay, everybody slants. All right, so what Leatherwood does right here is he lets 52 go. He's not going to follow him. Bump that. We're running inside zone. I'm going to run where I'm supposed to. I'm going to stay on my track is what coaches talk about. Now, the left guard's even going to do it. He's going to say, well, if you want to go into the A gap, I'm going to let you. I'm going to let my center gather you because he's following right behind me. So the center gathers him. All this stunting bullcrap that's happening back here, guess what? That got sawed off. Now 73, Evan Neal has blocked 2. He's knocked 1 on the butt, or he's knocked 1 on his butt, and he's back blocking on 22. And we got a running back, or 2 guys blocking 40. 2 of them. And next thing you know, 12-yard gain. All because you wanted to slant on first down. Again, I'm all good with slants. I'm not cool with stunting on first down. If y'all know the difference, here's the difference. Slanting would be, I'm going to take 42 and slant him into C gap. I'm going to take 22. I'm going to slant him into A gap. 40, you've got B gap. I'm going to take 52. I'm going to slant him into A gap. 14, you've got B gap. 2, I'm going to stick you right on the edge in C gap. All gaps are sound. There is no wide open hole. There is no bust. There's nothing. Everything's sound. But instead, what y'all are doing is y'all are crisscrossing back here. 40 has no idea what gap he's sound for. 52 has no idea where he's going. He thinks he's going into A gap. Now 14's got 2 guys coming for his throat. What's he going to do? Get swallowed up by Alex Leatherwood. Oh, now 65 can get to the backside linebacker. Just chaos. Chaos. And it's not controlled chaos. 933. Before we looking at? Oh, I know what we're looking at. We're looking at scoreboard. It is 2nd and 18. 2nd and 18. Ball on the 41. This is absolutely 1000% a pass rushing down. It is go get the passer. Go after him. Go get a sack. All right. But watch what happens. They're not lined up. They're not getting set. Alabama snaps the ball. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4 down linemen, or what should be down linemen, about 1.5 yards off the ball. Some of them about 3 yards off the ball. Boo-boo. We got a linebacker trying to blitz. Boo-boo. Check out the effort. Matter of fact, I ain't even going to put this in slow-mo. I'm going to put this in full speed so y'all can really see how disgusting this is for a defense coordinator to watch on tape. Look at this. Look at this. Watch it from the tight. This is despicable. This is stuff that makes guys throw clipboards and break Sharpie markers up against the wall. What on earth? Everybody just turning around. Nobody pursuing the ball. 22 is legitimately jogging off the ball. Look at him. What is that? Guys, when I watched this tape defensively, especially, I saw a football team that was extremely, extremely disengaged. They wanted nothing to do with being in Tuscaloosa on Saturday night. Absolutely nothing to do with it. Nobody. This game stunt back here, defensive end spike with the linebacker working out. I mean, it is lackadaisical. Nobody's really giving effort. I mean, you can see this 22, he just opted out today. And I'm sure you can see why. I mean, he opted out Saturday night. He just didn't tell nobody. That's opting out. I'm gonna tell you right now. Look how disinterested the Alabama offensive line is. They're like, are we playing the scouts right now? What is going on? Are we playing the scout team? You know, 6. Oh, hey, how about this? So Mississippi State likes to corner blitz too. I've already shown it twice on this film session so far, 22 minutes in. They like to send corner blitz. I'm gonna tell you right now, this is what made me. Oh, y'all see it? Y'all see it? Watch Mac Jones. Just, oh, you think you slick? Think you slick? Corner blitz. He's calling him out. Devontae Smith just pointed back at him. They're running corner blitz. Guess what I'm doing? We're taking the shot. Tutty. I'm telling you, man, Mac Jones is playing on a whole nother level right now. Watch it from the tight. He takes a look. He peeks out there, and he immediately points at him. He says, hey, the guy's coming. Devontae points back at him. They convert their route to a go, and then it's, okay, pump the hitch, give a hard pump, suck the safety up, throw a nice touch ball for a touchdown. I'm telling you, these safeties are a major, major liability. A major liability. Watch it one more time. I don't even think this corner blitz is ever going to be effective. I mean, they're power passing. They're running, power pass protection, pulling 2 guys over here. He ain't never getting there, so he just fake jumps. Not good, guys. 11-16. Another effort play. This is another one that made me scratch my head like, am I watching a college football team or am I watching a high school team that is down 40? Guys, this football game right now is like 17-3 at this very point right here. All right, so Bama throws a screen. Now we'll watch it from the wide. Bama throws a screen. Corner does a good job of at least putting pressure on the wide receiver, putting him behind the line of scrimmage. Great job, great effort by 13. Safety's pursuing hard. 3's pursuing hard. And who's this? 17 or 19 is pursuing hard. So what I'd say, 4 guys. Watch the other 7. Watch the other 7. Okay. These 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. They're running hard. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. I mean, look at all this on the backside. Look at Buddy right here. This is absolute garbage. Absolute garbage. Garbage. If I was a Mississippi State fan watching this, I'd be shaking my head and wondering like what's going on? Is they just don't want to play for my coach? Is that what's going on? Hey, how about a double move? They Bama knew these safeties were a liability too. This dude sucks up on the double move and he is cooked. And touchdown. I mean, and again, look, they have to bring pressure to even try to get it. They have to bring a blitz. One, two, three, four, five. So it's not a blitz; it's a pressure. There's a five-man pressure, and they drop the defensive end. By the way, he's like 6'5", 315 pounds, and they're dropping that joker. Not good. Not good. Got a couple more clips of the defense. We're gonna flip over to the offense. 1402 is where we're headed. How are we looking here? Oh, Bama putting on a clinic right now on how to take twists and slants. A clinic. They pass everything off. Watch this. So here's the deal. So let's watch it one more time. Let me pick up on what all was going on. I didn't write them all down. I didn't draw this stunt. So they slant out with the defensive end. They bring the mic into A gap, then wrap the will into backside A gap. Okay, did y'all see that? So here's the stunt. They're going to spike 94 this way. They're going to send 2 this way. They're going to take 6 and wrap him all the way back around into A gap. This stunt is made for 6 right here. They are trying to get him a straight midline sack on Mac Jones here on the goal line. First of all, let's watch. We're going to watch 3 guys. We're going to watch 65. We're going to watch 69 in the center and 55 here from Alabama. And you're going to put, they're putting on a clinic right here. So watch 65. 65 is taught to set inward and take this nose and help his center take this nose. Now, he's got heavy inside pressure. He realizes the guy's coming out and kick slides perfectly and stays in good body position and body length. Look, even Hezzy's right. I'm sorry, I paused it for you. Watch him. Watch him pause his body weight and make sure the guy's coming outside. Whoop. And then boom, back into his kick slide. Okay. Excellent. Excellent dancing bear type stuff. Now, watch 69. 69 is going to engage with the mic, just throw him out of the club, and then anticipate the slant or the wrap from number 6. Okay. It's a daggum clinic, folks. You take that to the coaches clinic. That's the one they put on when they go to the offensive line Piggy's world, and all the offensive line coaches are asking, Sark, like, hey man, how are your guys coaching offensive line twists and stunts? They put that clip on right there. 1430. The absolute what do you call it? Thesis of tonight's defensive film study is zero gap control. Absolutely zero. Watch this. I can't remember who busted it. Where's it at? But it is brutal. Okay. Where's the backside linebacker? Watch him. Watch him. Why? Why are we putting 2 guys in one hole? I'm going to tell you right now, anytime you look on tape and you see 2 defenders stacked up right behind each other, wrong. Somebody's wrong. I'll tell you right now, it's not good news. I mean, look at that hole. At the very least, ride the down block, scoot or squeeze with the down block and be right here when they go to block you. At least close that space just a little bit. Instead, one-on-one with the safety. No bueno. We're going to 1458 is what I got on my play sheet. Hey, sometimes it works. Again, we told you from the jump. It's a boom or bust defense. Sometimes it works. I believe this is 94 getting in. Oh, backside. So all this slanting, all this junk just caused mass confusion. And 97, who is that? The rapper right there comes back in and picks it up. Boom. Okay. Sometimes it works. Sometimes 94 and 17 bump heads and fall down. And now we got two offensive linemen running into the second level, not having blocked anybody, but yet getting two knockdowns on the play sheet. So sometimes it works. Sometimes it looks awful. Let's watch some offense. That's what y'all really came for. Y'all really came here to watch Mike Leach's offense. So I'm going to appease you right quick. We're going to 129. And this is the part where you know, YouTube might catch me. So here we go. So one thing you need to know, we told you they're a drag football team. They like to run drags. They like to run deep overs, digs. I mean, their route concepts are pretty standard. They run the same thing over and over again out of different sets and different, designs. And they're a heavy screen football team. They like to run wide receiver and running back screens. Just like this. They'll run screen into the boundary to the one receiver side, just like they're going to do right here. They're going to do a quick stop route. The number one wide receiver is just going to take a step, turn back around, put his hands up. They're going to release the tackle and the guard into the boundary to take the safety when he comes downhill, and the tackle has to go get the alley defender, in this case, the corner. So the problem is the defensive end is now riding with the right tackle. He's got his hands on him. He's engaged with him. He's not letting him go. So what's the tackle do? Well, he goes out here and gets an absolute clothesline on the corner. Watch that. Yank. I mean, pretty blatant face mask right there. It doesn't get called, and, they're out the gate. So this is about a 30-yard run right here, 30-yard pitch and catch. Nice, easy completion. Big boy, big guard getting up on the safety. They got some athletes on the offensive line. It's just about whether or not they can, get them out into space in time without getting, held up at the line of scrimmage. All right, so here is the system, okay? This is what they do. This is who they are. They are a drag, post, dig football team. That's what they are, okay? Did y'all follow me on that? Okay, so here they are. They're going to run the post with number 2 right here. They're going to stack, get behind number 2, and run the dig right at the sticks. They're going to run a drag with number 3 over here, and they're going to run a drag with number 1 over here. What they are trying to do is put you in man-to-man situations where your corner is trailing. This corner is trailing this wide receiver. This corner is trailing this wide receiver. They are trying to beat you with speed horizontally. Now, this is a hell of a play by KJ Costello right here. I don't know if he's going to play Saturday, but this is impressive. Watch him. He is literally falling down and just clicks one on the money. Boop. That's a dart. 408 is where we're going next. Yeah, guys, this is Mike Leach. Inside his own 5, on his goal line. He don't care who you are, where you're at. He is going to throw the football. And I guarantee you, based off this play clock right now, for you young, some of you guys that watch this stuff, y'all are aspiring coaches, or just football-aholics. Maybe you're going to end up coaching your son's Little League football team, whatever it is. Here's the key, guys. If you're backed up inside your own 5, it is 1,000% automatic hard count. You hard count every single time. Down set, hut. You run every single second down on that play clock if you've got to, and then you snap the ball. Okay, why? Try and get free 5 yards. You're trying to get a little bit of your yardage and get away from your own end zone. And if you do false start, what's the penalty? The penalty is half the distance to the goal. Okay, so we went from the 5 to the 2.5. Whoop-de-doo, Basil. See what I'm saying? And defensively, you got to anticipate that too. If you go out onto the field and you're on the opponent's 5-yard line, they're coming out of their own end zone, you should expect hard count, because every good coach in America is teaching them to go hard count. And I'm telling you right now, Mike Leach has maybe snapped the ball inside 10 seconds in about 100 times over 300,000 play calls in his life. Okay. And all 100 times of those have been inside his own 5. Tim Law, do you think Mike Leach can succeed in this league? No, and here's why. and maybe he proves me wrong, but the way in which he's running his own team, his current team off, or it seems like he's running them off, saying he's got a clean house and get good guys in here, whatever the terminology is. A, that's not going to work. You can't do that. B, dude can't recruit. He's never been able to recruit ever. Didn't recruit at Washington State. Didn't recruit at Texas Tech, and didn't have responsibilities to recruit at Kentucky. He was just the offensive coordinator. So if you can't recruit in this conference, you can't win. That is bottom line. You cannot out scheme everybody in this conference. That's been proven over this year. You can't just line up and say, oh, well, we're going to beat you schematically. No, because eventually, after 3 or 4 years, they're just going to have so much better athletes than you that it's not going to matter. Okay, Paul Johnson learned this the hard way, and that's why he got fired at Tech. Totally different offense, I understand. But he never recruited, didn't care about recruiting. He always had the arrogance that, hey, my system's the recruit. My system is the elite player. Give me average players, I'll make them great. It's not always the case. So, no, at this point, I do not think he's going to succeed. And it has nothing to do with the gimmicky offense. I don't think it's that gimmicky. I think they do stuff that everybody does. They just do it a lot faster. Everybody runs digs like this. Everybody runs drags like this. Okay? Everybody runs 2x2 sets. Everybody does. They just don't play this fast. They don't throw it this much. 5 minutes and 10 seconds where we're going next. Now, this is what you can't do. You're trying to beat this football team, trying to get them off the field. Obviously, you can't do this any Saturday. You can't give up 3rd and 20s. This is ridiculous. You cannot give up 3rd and 20s. I mean, and it's basically he's converting this route into a scramble drill at this point. This ball should be picked off, knocked down, whatever. It should not be completed. You know what I mean? He's running the hitch. This guy's running the corner. Oh, it's just smash concept on both sides. See what I mean? The smash concept's been in football for 15 years now. That's all he's running. He's running hitch corners, hitch corner, hitch corner. That's it. Hitch corner, hitch corner. That's all he's doing. Except this guy converts his hitch into basically a pseudo slant because he's in scramble drill for his quarterback trying to help him out. It's a great job by 18 right there. So I'm saying he ain't reinvented the wheel. He's running the same stuff, just out of different, different pacing, different spacing, things like that. On a 9-14 is our next one. Again, here it is, 3x1. They're going to run a drag, a dig, and a post every single time. Not every single time, but when they need it, when they need a completion, they are going to run 2 drags, a dig, and a post. And why? It is a yards after the catch offense. This is what they are trying to do. Again, he's in trail. I mean, they're all running behind, and they're going to run them close and dang near pick you, hope you trip over your own feet, and then throw a ball like this, and now all of a sudden nobody's back there because you're in man-to-man coverage, and they just ran your 2 defenders off, and the safety probably ran with them, and now all of a sudden the ball's caught on the 35, and nobody's within 25 yards of him before he runs into the end zone. Yards after the catch offense, that's all it is. I mean, they might take shots every now and then, but it's going to be one-on-one, just run a straight go. They ain't going to be giving hard play action, running posts, running double moves. It ain't going to be none of that. It's going to be this right here. Digs, drags, and posts. Digs, drags, and posts. Digs, drags, and posts. All night long. 13-15 is where we're headed next. Here we go. We're going to force you to communicate. I will tell you that. What they're doing right here is they're running hard motion. I mean, it's not even jet sweep motion. It's get your butt to the sideline as fast as you can motion. And then they're going to run, I believe, a slant right here with a wheel off the back of it. Now, what it does is, or drag, excuse me, drag, wheel. How about that? Drag, wheel. Now, what happened was the motion came out here, and now all of a sudden, number one right here opens up. The defender that ran with the jet motion now has the inward braking route, and he's going to carry the drag. Except they got some speed. They're going to run by you. If your eyes aren't right, if you're not flipping your hips immediately, they're going to run by you. Every time. I think that's Elias Ricks right there. So he's a freshman, kind of getting picked on in his first college football game. So that's okay. He's going to be a good football player. All right, UGA fans, don't look. Actually look, but don't look. You know what I mean? So Georgia got absolutely obliterated against Florida with wheel routes, right? This football team runs them too. So I hope they cleaned them up. I'll tell you that right now. There goes Colin Hill. Now, the only thing is this dude ain't here no more, but they can still run it. I mean, any running back on their roster can do this right here. What they can do is what he's about to do, which is, take it 60 and make a safety miss on the sideline. So, yeah. But what happened is they ran the jet sweep motion. They acted like they were going to run the bubble. Colin Hill goes out to what this corner, I guess, thought it was a block. And then he slips the block and runs the wheel. Okay, so they can do that all night too. And one thing that, Mike Leach and Dan Mullen have in common, once they find something, boy, they pound that sucker. They pound that sucker. They ain't going away from it. They're going to stick right on it. Again, guys, the whole route tree is based off drags. The whole thing. They are going to run drags all night long, and make you play man-to-man, and make you run with it, and make you communicate, and make you get over the top of people. 17-14. And then they're also going to make you tackle in the screen game. They are 100% going to make you tackle in the screen game. Now they went 3-by-1, okay? And they take number 2, run him up vertically 3 steps, hard back. They got 2-on-2, a 2-man surface out here, and they're releasing 3 linemen. Now, the difference between Mississippi State and Georgia, I'll tell you what, them offensive linemen, they've been running screens for a minute now. They ran screens all camp. They probably spent the first 2 weeks running nothing but screens. These guys know how to run screen passes. Got a really strong screen game. 21-12. Oh, remember I told you? Once he finds it, he's going to keep running it. He's going to keep running it. If he knows you're susceptible to something, he's just going to keep running it. Watch. Georgia, Bama or Florida did the same exact thing. 2 slants. They get away with the pass interference right here, but it is what it is. Okay? Easy pitch and catch. Last play we're going to watch. You guessed it. Death by 1,000 drags all day long. Death by 1,000 drags all day long. All day long. Just going to drag you to death. Or try to. Now, what I'm waiting for is for a football team to say about, midway through the second quarter, yeah, okay. I like y'all running these drags. I'm going to take this dude, I'm going to trade him off, put the safety one-on-one, and have him just sit right here. And if he don't pick it off and take it back to the house, by God, he's going to decapitate this little dragger coming across the middle. That's what I would do. But hey, what do I know? I'm just a film guy. All right. That's all I got for you guys tonight. We're here at 45 minutes. Told you I was going to try to get you out pretty quickly. If you got any questions, save them for tomorrow night. We are going to have Q&A tomorrow night. So come through and come join us. Have a good time. Hope you guys have a great week. Rest of your week. It is hump day. So go finish strong Thursday and Friday. And have a good one. I'm out.